what she thought, my grandmother thought that it's a clerical mistake. Maybe by mistake somebody must have performed, and that check, instead of changing the name, it came to her name. So she nicely again returned the check, and so a phone call came from there and saying, what you are talking. Somewhere between 1914 and 1917, and we are talking about none other than Bhagwan Sri Shirdi Baba. My grandmother was maybe 6 or 7 years old that time. Hirabai Bodadik, one of the great singers, the vocalists of our country. Like, we refer M.S. Subbalakshmi as Mata. Luckily, my grandmother was the same, and in the North Indian style. So anyway, so her father, my great-grandfather was a Muslim. His name was Ustad Abdul Karim Khan, the founder of Kirana Gharana. A very, very worshipped, a very divine soul. We never could, because we were not even born that time. But that experience is about them, my grandmother especially. And I am telling you, I am narrating this exactly as what Swami told me in the interview room. So anyway, so they were traveling, that Ustadji Abdul Karim Khan Sahib, my grandmother as a kid, 6-7 years kid, and mother and all. So they were traveling in the train, and this girl had some kind of a disease or some kind of infection which was not diagnosed that time. And they were traveling for a long time because train speeds were very fast, like 12 kilometers per hour or something. I do not know. I'm talking about 1914-13. So anyway, they found out that there was some doctor in the train, and they found that the temperature has crossed 5. So they said, better you get off the next station and take care of the doctor and treat her very well, because it's dangerous to travel in. So they got off at that station, and they looked around and they found out, but there was no doctor to be found. So but somebody said, why don't you take a Tonga and go over there? There is Baba sitting there. You take the baby to Baba. So they didn't know what they were talking. So they wanted some help. So naturally they went over there, and they found out that it was Shirdi Baba sitting over there. That was Shirdi, and maybe it was Koparga. I don't know what even the station was there. I do not know. But they went over there, and then what Swami told, that Shirdi Baba saw them coming and said, "Bachchi ko idhar leke aao, bachchi nahi marti." That means get the child over here, she won't die. So they went to him, Shirdi Baba, and he blessed the child and cured her. And slowly, they stayed there for 1-2 days. So slowly the temperature went down and she was out of that danger, and the infection was reduced with the Vibhuti ash, of course. So my great-grandfather, Ustad Abdul Karim Khan Sahib, he was fortunate enough to sit in front of Shirdi Baba and do Gayan Seva for 3-4 days. Actually, those 3-4 days, when in a book I recently found out that after a certain time they had to leave, because he was a musician. So musicians have to go around traveling for programs. So before leaving, Shirdi Baba again blessed them and gave them some silver coins, which I do not know about, but it is written in a book. We have that book in our college. So this was one of the most blessed moments in her life. Later, Hirabai ji, that means my grandmother, we are talking about the girl, that is Hirabai ji, my grandmother. When she was 60 years old, on her 60th birthday, like there is the birthday is coming 3-4 days away, a message comes from Bombay. We stay in Pune, in Maharashtra. A message came from Bombay that Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba is in Bombay and would like to listen to Hirabai ji's vocal recital on the same day as her birthday. And that is her 60th birthday. Now she was a very pious woman, very very pious woman, and she adored and worshipped, and she was like very very, religious minded, and she used to do all this beautiful, slokas she used to read. She used to do all this small prayers in the morning, cook for God early morning. So she decided she will go. But everyone in the household said that the birthday is for your 60th felicitation, and all the stalwarts, Pandit Ravi Shankar, Bade Ghulam Ali Khan, Amir Khan, blah blah, all the tops are going to come and perform for that. So if you go away, then it's going to be like a problem for there. So she sent the message that it's my birthday and all this thing is happening. So the message came that you come in the morning, you will be sent back by afternoon. So somehow it worked. Maybe they sent a car or something, and she went to Bombay. And that was the first time in Bombay. Swami was staying with this some minister called P.K. Sawant. He was this elderly, very senior minister in Maharashtra. So at his home, this thing happened, and she went and took his darshan. So when she touched Swami's feet, Swami smiled and said, "Tum to pehle Sai ko milke aaye ho." That means you have already met Sai. See, of course, she won't understand what he was saying. She took blessings, she sang, and then she came down, and Swami blessed her, and then she was back home for the program. So that was the introduction, the physical introduction with the second avatar of my grandmother, Hirabai ji. Later, another beautiful memory and an episode happened, a remarkable experience we had when my grandmother, Hirabai ji, was formally, I can say, called in for a concert by the government of India to perform in the Parliament House for some foreign delegates. And this was in the mid-70s or late 70s. So when it's a government concert, I mean, you believe that, because it's so formal that the register letter and the approval and the documenting and the sign and the signature and all that. So because it is signed by the President of India. So one date was fixed, a particular date was decided, and she accepted the program to go to Delhi and perform there. It was like 2 months away. But in the meanwhile, another call came, and that was from Puttaparthi, saying that Swami has asked Hirabai ji to come there and perform in front of Bhagwan Baba on the same day as the Delhi date which he had already given for the government. Now again, this is another episode where, earlier she had already been asked in Bombay to come for her 60th birthday. This was the same kind of an episode, but this was Delhi. But something more happened here. She refused the concert. She cancelled the Delhi concert. She sent an official letter, and she sent the message to Puttaparthi saying that I will be coming there and performing. So she goes with her entire musicians and all and family. We all go there. I don't remember, but we know this, and this has been documented in the Satyam Shivam Sundaram, approved by Swami also. So she came to Parthi, she sang in front of Swami. She was here for 5-6 days. Swami gave us interviews, and then she later came back to Pune. So after a week or 2 weeks, a registered letter comes in, the cover letter saying that Hirabai ji, your performance in Delhi was very good. The delegates of the blah blah country liked it very much. They would like to invite you and all these things with a check behind the remuneration of the concert. Now what she thought, my grandmother thought that it's a clerical mistake. Maybe by mistake somebody must have performed, and that check, instead of changing the name, it came to her name. So she nicely again returned the check, and so a phone call came from there and saying, what you are talking, you had come over there, you stayed over there in this particular person's house, you cooked food for them also. I mean, like, they were family, and there was a newspaper photograph in the one of the major newspaper over there in Delhi, and you came and performed there, and you are saying you didn't come and perform. Whereas actually at the same moment she was performing in Puttaparthi. So this was one of the very, very rare and unheard such kind of a thing. And well, she was a very, very blessed soul. She was a very divine soul, because my grandmother used to sometimes get up alone early in the morning, like between 2, 3 or 4, something like that, and secretly cook a bajri ki bhakri. bajra bhakri, you know, a thick roti we have, and she used to give it to somebody. So one day I asked my mom that who is she cooking for? Is she eating? I mean, what is like she's getting so much early in the morning? So I asked her only. Then she said, no, sometimes Swami comes, Shirdi Baba comes and asks for madhukri. He asks for food. And he stands behind the gate of the house and he asks from there. So he likes warm, very fresh cooked bajra bhakri. So she used to cook for him.